if you want to understand what you've missed in France over the last week or so, then you have to be thinking about this global trend, in fact, in which racism is protected, in which racism is protected as freedom of speech increasingly. And this is a movement which also presents anti-racist views as a violation of freedom of speech. And you can see as part of this, the Trump administration's executive order on combating race and sex stereotyping. And that was something which made all government bodies aware that they were not allowed to support anything that portrayed the United States as fundamentally racist or sexist. And if you remember, Boris Johnson in the UK picked up on this, and the British Conservative Party moved to malign critical race theory as a separatist ideology that, if taught in schools, would be breaking the law. Well, as part of this global pattern, the reaction to the horrific assassination of Samuel Paty, the French school teacher, by the French government, has really ramped up that particular process. And it's done this by targeting not just a whole load of Muslim individuals and associations which the Interior Minister admits have nothing to do with Samuel Paty's murder, clamping down on them, but also it has got in its sights a new category which was defined by 100 French academics publishing in Le Monde early November, Islamo-gauchism or Islamo-leftism, where they say that anyone who stands up and fights for Muslims against the existing discrimination in all our, societies, which are so rife still with racism and discrimination and socioeconomic inequality, if you stand up with them, then you are part of the problem, that you actually exacerbated the situation. And so this has now become a big movement led by the French government to change parts of the constitution, change parts of the law, to intervene in academic freedom of speech, because it's very critical of anti-racist studies and decoloniality studies. And basically, it's saying that academia has to reflect Republican values. And what that means is that you have to present a history of your nation, which doesn't talk about colonialism, doesn't talk about genocide, doesn't talk about any of the problematic aspects of many European pasts, but restricts itself to this kind of etiolated, we're in favor of the Republic and against Muslims.